So we are live. All right, guys. Do you have any viewers as yet? Are live. So let me just share the link to my WhatsApp contacts. Now showing the conversation. Go ahead and share the live, guys. Everybody who's tuning in already, good night to you. Good night to you all. We have an exciting program for you tonight. So allow me to share the link to my WhatsApp contacts and to my Facebook groups. And then we'll get right into this interview, this exciting interview that we have lined up for you right tonight. Sending out the links to my WhatsApp contacts. Good night, everyone. Good night, good night, good night, good night. Welcome to Intoxicated TV. Welcome to Intoxicated, the sip and chat show. Tonight we're not sipping though. We're just having a chat. Thanks to COVID. We was forced to do everything virtually now. Did you get the link? I just sent it to you.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, good. So let me share this to my Facebook groups now. And then we will guys, you can go ahead and share the live. Share the live, guys. Let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see, let me see. All right, good. So let me just share it. Yeah, this is an hassle here. Like, this is an hassle. Like, no joke. Good night to everyone that's tuning in already. Please go ahead and share the live. Please go ahead and share the live. Mark, you can go ahead and share it in your group. What's the name of your group, Mark? Are you hearing that?
Yeah, I'm getting terrible feedback.
Oh, this is my phone, don't worry.
Oh, okay.
Still getting it?
No.
Yeah, that was my phone. All right, good. So yeah. Looking good.
Ah.
Don't take it personally. Don't take it personally. All right, so I gotta move this phone from this computer. I keep pressing escape and then keep coming off. All right then, Eastman's Enterprise Advertising the Market. I think I just shared it in that group, Mark. So I don't know. You could probably check again. Oh, Yes, she is. She's very beautiful.
Oh,
So,
thank you.
can you are you on the phone or are you on your computer?
My phone, because right now my computer giving like issues.
So
I'm
you
trying
won't
to get
be
it started.
able to see the comments if you wasn't unless I put them
Yeah,
up.
I can see the comments right
Oh,
now.
you can see the comments. Okay, all right, good.
I just
No,
saw it, but I think it just went away.
oh, I put it up there.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, but there's a way that if you was on your computer,
I
you
don't
would have
know,
been
but
able.
this is giving me issues right now.
No, it's all right. It's all right. The phone is perfect. So, Angie, good night, and welcome to
Good
Intoxicated, the Super
night.
Chat Show.
Thank you.
How are you doing? How are you doing mentally with everything that's happening in the world today?
Whew. Um, I think I'm fine for the most part. I'm usually a homebody. So COVID really didn't it really didn't affect me like it's affecting a lot of people. I will tell you though, it affected me from coming home. I had a death in my family
Oh,
last September, and because of COVID, I couldn't come home, and I think that kind of messed with me, not a little, but a lot. Um, but it's crazy. Right now is just really, really crazy.
it
So
is
hopefully we can do something soon.
definitely. And before we go any farther, I would just give you a chance to introduce yourself to the viewers for the person who may not be know who Angie is.
So my full name is Angelique Torrington. But most people know me as Angie. Um, I am a makeup artist. I'm also a fragrance specialist and a beauty advisor. Um, yeah, that's basically it. I'm very, very simple. There's not much, I wouldn't say that there's much to know about me. Easygoing. I mean, I can be outgoing sometimes, but for the most part, I'm easygoing. I do basically everything that other people do, hang out with friends and family. And, I like having a good time. But that's basically it.
Definitely, and I think you forgot to mention the most important. Well, I'm thinking people would already know once you're on Intoxicated TV, you're Guyanese.
Of course, I
Yeah,
am
so
Guyanese.
so tell us what part of Guyana did you grew up at?
um, in Campbellville. I was born in Georgetown and I grew up in Campbellville for most of my life. And then I think when I was probably like 18 or 19, we moved to Diamond. But
Okay,
for most of my life, I was in Campbellville.
you said we. Who is we or who was we?
My parents and I, yeah, my parents and I grew up with my sister, my older sister, and my parents. My sister migrated to Canada, and then we moved. Like I said, it was before I hit 20, but yeah, we moved to the East Bank.
Okay, and you did mention that you grew up with your parents. How instrumental was your parents when it comes to the person that you are today as an adult?
Um, that's actually a really, really great question. If it weren't for my parents, particularly my dad, I don't think that I'd be half the woman that I am today. Um,
Whoa, nice.
yeah. It's actually a really good and a really emotional subject to touch on because, like I said earlier, the person that actually passed away in September was my dad. So I couldn't make it home
Oh,
because
damn, sorry to
COVID and
hear.
whatever. Um, but yeah, whew, I'm so sorry.
No problem, no
But
problem. Let
yeah,
it all out.
my
Yeah.
parents were really strict. And you know, during the time that I grew up, I feel like not a lot of parents sat and talked with their children. You know, everyone got scolded, but to actually sit and have conversations and actually groom you and nurture you and give you the love and affection that you need, I think that's one of the most important things that my parents did for us, both my sister and I. And it really helped me to grow as a person. And they always taught me to be a better version of myself. So yeah, I would say that's like one of the most important things that they did for us while growing up that has made me the person that I am today.
So, just to touch on the topic a little bit more, what was one of the most important life lessons that you would have learned from your parents?
Um, that would be, uh, I think the most important thing would be that
Oh, I think we're having some technical difficulties. She just froze. Okay, I don't know what happened. We're having some technical difficulties. Of course, it's a virtual show, so oh, there she goes. She's back.
this
Let me
is
move.
crazy. Hello?
Yeah, I don't know what I don't know what just happened there,
We
but
just had a well, in the words of a Guyanese, we just had blackout.
really, really, wow,
Yeah, we just had a short intermission right now.
wow.
Yeah, no. Currently we got really high winds. So
Okay.
I think it's affecting yeah.
And where are you
We
right
had
now?
blackout.
And where are you right now?
I'm in LA.
In LA. LA just had blackout.
Yeah.
Parts of LA just had
We just had blackout in LA.
So continue. You was about
That's
to say.
crazy. Yeah, I think the most important life lesson was not to be jealous of other people, because you don't know what their struggle was or is for them to get to where they are right now. And I think everyone can relate to it because some people look at your life and it's like they want to compete with you for the life that you have, but they don't know half of the struggles that you got to go through just to get things done. You know what I mean?
Definitely. And you also mentioned that you grew up in Campbell. What are some of your favorite childhood memories from growing up in Campbellville?
Oh my god. Um well, we lived on Sheriff Street. Sheriff Street is known for the bright lights and a street that never
Hmm.
sleeps. There are so many things that I've seen on Sheriff Street. The amount of fights, I think that was like my favorite thing. I'm not
Fights?
promoting violence. I am promoting violence, but like it was always a fight. Almost every day there was a fight. It's always somebody gutting it out with somebody. It was crazy. I had a really good time. When I moved from Campbellville, I was like so depressed. I was like, oh great, what am I supposed to
I'm
do?
not
Like,
seeing any
because this is what
fights.
I've known from
God did the last year I saw a fight.
right. It was crazy. It was
So
crazy, but yeah.
what
It was a
what
community, and that's one of the things that I
hmm
loved the most. Everyone was just one as a community.
Definitely. And what are some of the schools that you would have attended there while growing up in that community?
Um, I went to F.E. Pollard Primary, and then I went to the North Georgetown Secondary.
Okay. Effie Pollard, that's on I think
That's
that's
on David Street.
David Street. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then you went to
Right.
North Georgetown Secondary. I actually
Yes.
went to Tutorial I. So North and St. Joseph and those other
Yeah,
schools was like
yeah,
our
right across
rival.
from
Yeah,
them.
like
Yeah.
it was, but like there was always some problem with somebody that was going to North,
Always
and
something
like
going
it
on.
was
Always
crazy.
something
Old
going
Fort
on.
Avenue again. So
Yes, the Electric Avenue.
what was young Angie aspiring to become while attending North Georgetown Secondary?
One of the things that I always wanted to do was become a flight attendant.
A flight
I
attendant?
don't know. I never wanted be like a I personally never liked the medical field because I don't like, all the things attached to it. I don't like seeing sick people. I'm a very emotional person.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't stand seeing sick people. I get very emotional. I can't deal with the sight of blood. So
Mm.
I never wanted to be like a doctor or a lawyer. I always wanted to be a flight attendant. And that almost happened. But due to certain circumstances, it never happened.
It never happened. Damn. Did you even apply?
Yeah, it never happened.
Did you even apply for the
I
job?
did. I
You did.
did.
So what would have been the
I
ideal
did.
airline that you would have wanted to work for?
Um, at the time, Caribbean Airlines was the thing. So that was
Mhm.
the airline that I applied for. But growing, learning, it probably would have been something more international. Right now, these airlines are a little, I don't know, they're a little tricky. But I guess if I did go through with it and I had gotten into it, I probably would have, moved up to something different.
I used to work in the airport at JFK while I was there in America, and
Hmm.
everybody wanted to work with Emirates. Emirates Airlines,
Yes.
everybody, like all the flight attendants, even from other airlines, everybody used to always aspiring to become a flight attendant that works for Emirates. I don't know, and it wasn't even about the money.
Yeah.
It was just because of the status, Emirates, UAE, like
The
that
status,
was the
yeah.
status. So that was crazy. So
Yeah.
I
They're
know
like number one.
they are, yeah, some of the biggest planes. I know currently you're a
Mhm.
certified makeup artist, but let's talk about some of your past jobs that you would have had.
As it relates to makeup, so when I moved
Not
here,
not makeup, before makeup I'm talking about.
before,
Yeah,
oh,
before
so
makeup.
after I left high school,
Yeah.
my first job was a visa clerk at the Venezuelan embassy. I
Okay.
actually got that job because I was taking classes at the Portuguese embassy,
Hmm.
and the Venezuelan what's his name? I don't remember his name.
Ambassador?
But the guy that was in charge, the
The
ambassador,
ambassador?
right?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't remember his name, but the ambassador was actually taking Portuguese lessons, and he noticed how good I was with the language, and I don't know. I don't know. I guess he took a liking to my spirit or whatever it was, and he had both his wife and him. They were taking classes, and he asked his wife to ask me if I would be interested in working with them. So I worked with them for maybe like a year and a half, and then they left, and new people took over. A new ambassador came, and I left as well. So after that, I started mingling with makeup. And then I was like, I like it, but I don't know. And then I just left it as that. And then I ended up saying, you know what? I'm just going to take a course um, and see how it goes. So that was when everything kind of started. I did the course, and people would, but before all of that, before me even taking the course, like my friends would ask me to do their makeup, and I would do their makeup to go to a party or different events. So after I took the course, more people kept inquiring about me, and I started having gigs here and there. So yeah.
So I'm guessing the course, in order to become a certified makeup artist, the course is the first step that you would have to take.
Honestly, you could, but are self-taught. So I personally just wanted to get a certificate with my name on it so people would respect me more.
Okay.
Because like I said, before I did the course, I was actually doing it. Like I would do it on myself or my friends. But I actually just wanted something with my name on it so people would certified. I trust her. Some people you would not believe, but some people would only trust you to do their makeup if you have some kind of diploma or some kind of certificate proving that this is something that you actually do, or you have good knowledge, with
You're
this.
actually frozen again. You want to leave the studio then come back in? I'm not sure what has happened. So
Okay.
you can leave, but I'm hearing you. But it's just that, yeah. She's frozen again.
Is it better?
Eh, yeah, I'm hearing you.
Can you see me?
I'm seeing you, but it's sticking.
Oh. Okay, let me try one more time.
Yeah. We're waiting for Angie to actually reconnect back. She's having some technical difficulties, as she would have mentioned earlier that they had a blackout out here in LA because of some strong wind, some strong winds that they are currently experiencing. So we are waiting on her to reconnect. So everybody who's viewing on uh, Facebook, a pleasant good night to you. Everybody who's viewing on YouTube, pleasant good night to you also. Please go ahead and share the live. Also, to my YouTube viewers, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel in order to keep up to date with what we have here going on. And for those of you who just joined us, we're actually having a little chit chat with Guyanese and internationally recognized makeup artist Angie. So let's see.
Is it better now?
No, it's not better. But
Oh,
I'm hearing you.
you can
I'm
hear
hearing you.
me,
Yeah, I'm hearing you clear. I'm hearing you clear.
but
I'm hearing you.
no visual.
I am seeing your face, but it froze again. I don't know what's happening. But yep.
Is better?
Oh, and it froze back again.
Of course. This down blackout comes.
I said it damn.
It's the blackout. I promise you it's the blackout.
I know I'm seeing you in and out, but we could continue because I'm hearing you and I'm seeing you, so we can
Mhm.
continue. So yeah, you was just mentioning that even though you don't have your certificate, some people still prefer to get the makeup done with you once you're good like that. So you can go ahead and finish that statement.
Yeah, no, I was saying, there are a lot of makeup artists that are out there that are actually self-taught. But for me, I just wanted a certificate so people would
Okay.
respect me more.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of times, a lot of self-taught, if you don't have a huge following,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, of course, you have to create that with clients, word of mouth and whatever. But some people wouldn't take you seriously if you don't have like something, like a certificate saying like, I've done a course or I've been to school for this. So that was one of the reasons why I wanted to do a course.
So tell us a little bit about some of the early challenges you would have faced after you became a certified makeup artist, because you was a makeup artist before, but after you went and you got your little paper to show that I'm a pro now.
Yeah. Whew, building clientele. Um, in a place where I don't know anyone, it's kind of hard to build clientele. I don't have a lot of friends here. I don't have a lot of family here. So it was a little difficult. And some people, I think people experience this all over. Um, but some people would literally want to dog you out. And they don't want to pay your price. And it's like, well, this is my price and you can go elsewhere. but I'm not going to change my price. You know what I mean? I mean, I don't charge people a jewel and a crown, but my price is my price, and it's it's going to remain that way. So a lot of people do have issues like that. Building clientele. People not wanting to pay their price because they want to keep. But everyone, if you're running a business, you have a worth, and if people are not willing to pay that, I don't feel like you should belittle yourself or bring your standards down lower than you should just to please people. That's just my thing.
Nah, definitely,
You
definitely. I
know what I
mean,
mean?
you got to know what you're worth, and people gonna pay you what you're worth.
Exactly. And
Once you instill that.
I feel like people will respect you more if you stand your grounds.
Definitely. So, what are some of the advice you would give to up and coming aspiring makeup artists?
Keep practicing. Practice, practice, practice. I think even the most advanced makeup artists have issues. Some days you get it, some days you don't. You just have to keep going, keep working, keep perfecting your craft. This has to be something that you're passionate about. Makeup is art. It takes a lot of patience. Dealing with people, you have to know
Hmm.
how to deal with people, how to talk to people, because you won't have repeat clients if you treat them, the way you're supposed to treat them with kindness. People will continue coming to you. So just keep working on your craft, building your clientele. Um, yeah, that's basically it.
Definitely. And we know for a fact that your job is basically like a contact job whereby you would have to touch people and stuff like that. How was COVID affect your work?
Um, Honestly, I haven't really been taking clients because of that reason. Um,
Oh,
I am very scared of of it. Um, some people, I actually do have two clients on Saturday, and I'm like, I'm hoping they'll cancel. But I can't have that mentality all the day. Because what if COVID never goes away? Then I'll
mm,
just be stuck, or other artists will just be stuck. So you just have to take the necessary precautions. Wear your mask, sanitize as much as you can,
hmm.
clean up after every customer or every client. Um, but I was really scared. I'm a big baby,
Yeah,
so yeah, I haven't been taking clients
I
because
would be scared also.
you don't know, because it's a very personal experience between you and a client.
Yeah.
You're
Hmm.
using, and back to your travels. So that's like one of the biggest things for me. That's why I was like really really scared. But
So
I'm gonna get
do
out of it.
do you do your own makeup?
Oh yes, definitely.
Okay. And who are some of your most memorable clients, whether locally or internationally that you can think
Um,
of there?
My most memorable client would be Chanel. Her name is Chanel Graham. She's actually Guyanese, and she's Instagram famous. Actually, one of my really really good friends. She was in LA for the BET Awards. I think like 2 years ago, and she was looking for a makeup artist. And one of my friends tagged me under her post, and she reached out to me, and I
Wow.
was so scared. Like I mean, I kind of knew what to expect, but then I was kind of scared, But the experience with her was so genuine, so organic. Like she was just so welcoming. It was really really good. Like, we had really good chemistry. So I would say that was my most memorable one.
Okay. And today after we uploaded the the poster on my social media, a lot of the makeup artists were showing mad love that's located here in Guyana. A lot of the local makeup artists were showing love. Who are some of your favorite local makeup artists?
I have a lot. Um,
I'm putting
my
you on the spot.
ultimate My oh yes, because I feel like if I don't mention someone is
Yeah.
going to be, But my ultimate favorite, she did my makeup for my wedding. When I was home like 2 years ago, she did my makeup. Latassi. She's one of my favorite makeup artists. Um, she's very versatile. She's a monster. Let me just put it that way. She can do anything. But she is probably my number one. Renee Chester, Suzanne
Dope.
Sachs,
Dope.
who else? Annie by Glam by Anicia. There's so many, but those are like some of the few, like the top ones that I really like their work, especially Annie. Like I remember when I first started out, she was just starting out like a little after me, and she would ask me like tips and tricks, and her work has evolved so much. Like I respect her so much and how she's grown from where she was to where she is now. And that's one of the reasons why I said practice, keep practicing. Not everyone is going to like your work, but you have to keep practicing and putting in the work.
Okay, so
just so you can evolve.
what about international makeup artists? Who are some of the ones that would have inspired you, and some of the ones that you're still looking up to currently?
There's only two. My most favorite one is Danessa Myricks. She's actually one of the people that actually motivated me to getting into makeup. Danessa Myricks and Pat McGrath. The two of them are my idols, I would say. I wouldn't say that I base my work off of their work, but their style is that's my kind of style. I'm not all about the Instagram makeup, and I mean, I would post the Instagram makeup, the bold colors, the bold this and bold that, but I love natural makeup. I feel like a woman should just enhance what she already has there. And less is more for me. Less is more. So yeah, those two are my idols.
So you're basically saying that you prefer to do natural makeup.
Natural makeup.
Because I know a lot of people just be doing all those extra.
Yeah, that's the Instagram makeup.
Yeah.
Before Instagram, everything was natural. It was a natural beat.
Okay.
And that's what I love.
So, what are some of your favorite products, or some of the products that you prefer to work with?
Primer. That's like my number one thing. Primer. There's this myth that you don't have to use a primer, but for me, I have problem areas like pores and lines and whatever. And primer is my number one thing. My brows. I always need a brow pencil. I can't go without my lashes. I feel like lashes complete a look. It could be the worst makeup ever, but if you pop some lashes on, I guarantee you're gonna be looking 10 times better. I think those are like my top three things: brows, lashes, and primer. Of course, the foundation and everything else.
Somebody just said, "Yep, it gives you a solid base."
Definitely.
Carlisa Kite. So do you have a lot of male clients also?
I do not.
Do you take male clients?
I probably had like 3 male clients, and that was for a fashion show. But hardly ever. Guys are not really into the whole, I think you would know. But that was literally just for a fashion show. I've never had a male client.
So
the only other male client that I have would probably be my husband when he asked me to groom his eyebrows, but that's basically it.
Oh, I was gonna ask, have you ever done your husband's makeup? I was gonna ask.
No, okay. He doesn't let me touch his face.
So a few years ago, after I started the program, I actually interviewed Susan Sachs, and I had this thing whereby I thought that just women used to get their makeup done.
Definitely not.
And she was like, "No, guys get their makeup done all the time, but it's not as extravagant as
for TV, for film."
Yeah.
You can't go on film just your face. There are certain things that you need to correct and touch up and stuff like that.
And whilst we was doing the interview, she was actually doing my face, and it came out really good.
Yeah.
Ah, I'm trying.
Yeah, it's just it's a thing.
It was dope. You
It's
know,
a
it was
guy
good.
thing.
It was a good experience. So, Angie, tell us, could we expect a line of products from you in the not too distant future? Is that something that you're thinking about, or you would have already done?
Honestly, I have thought of it. I have thought of it. It's a lot of work. I haven't really put my mind to it, but my ultimate goal, um, is to give something back to my country.
Okay.
Um, my ultimate goal is actually to have a Sephora store or like an Ulta store back home. I feel like Guyana is lacking a lot in the cosmetics and beauty industry.
Definitely.
It's a very huge goal to accomplish. Um, but that's my dream. Hopefully one day I can accomplish it. Also being able to create job opportunities for
Mm-hmm.
like-minded people like myself, whether it's male or female. I feel like I'm serving my purpose if I'm able to do something like that. But as far as the cosmetic line, I don't know yet. I don't know yet.
It's crazy that you mentioned the Sephora store because I just saw my friend Coretta. Good night. She's tuning in, and we was just actually talking about the Sephora store. You know how excited it is be when you go in a Sephora
Yeah.
store. You know, so you know. Let me just shout out to everybody who's locked in, whether it's on YouTube, whether it's on Facebook. I see Vanello's in the house, Danny Stark, Kylie Sakite, and Coretta, of course, and we have some other persons that's locked in on Facebook. Good night to you all. So you did mention a few moments ago that your husband has asked you to groom his eyebrow every now and then and stuff like
Yeah.
this. So tell us a little bit about marriage. Like, what is the best thing in about being married in your own words?
Um, hmm. Being able to find true love, being able to be in love with your best friend, I would say. He's my best friend. So I think that's like one of the most important things for me. Respect. Um, woo, yeah. Respect, love, trust.
Compromise,
Yeah, trust. That's
tolerance.
one of the most important things.
I know it all, man. So, what are some of the advice you would give to young couples that's actually waiting or aspiring to become weds?
Marriage is a lot of work. Um, you have to meet each other halfway. You have to compromise. I'm a work in progress, I will say. Um, but yeah, you have to be able to trust the person that you're with.
Mhm.
Like I said, respect is a lot. Um, and
I'm laughing. I don't mean to cut you, but I'm laughing because Ryle Ferguson just commented and said, "I love me some Angie and Marcus." So
I think Royal is like Marcus is not. I wouldn't say mine, but Marcus is number one fan.
yeah, I
She,
love me.
she's not even my friend anymore. She's all for Marcus, not for
And
me.
I love me some Riley, man. That's my home girl. We went to tutorial together. So big up yourself.
Really?
Yeah, big up yourself, Riley.
Wow. Small
Yeah.
world, small world.
Yep. So you were saying, continue
What was I saying? I'm sorry.
about the couples who is actually thinking to get married,
Oh
the
yeah.
advice that
So
you would give to them.
you have to put in a lot of work. You have to learn to compromise, and trust each other and be there for each other. It's not a one-way street. So, some days you'll be up and some days he'll be down, or some it'll be the other way around. But you have to learn to balance it. Always try to make time for each other. Never stop dating each other. Um, Try to do fun stuff. Make things spicy, you know? So
And
yeah,
one more question on that topic. The do's. What are some of the do's and what are some of the don'ts?
do's and don'ts.
Yeah, when it comes to being married.
Whew, you putting me on the spot. What are some of the do's and don'ts?
I could help you out with it, because I used to be married. So
Really?
yeah, I used to be married.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I used to be married.
Don't call each other out of their name.
Okay.
That's like a huge thing.
Mm-hmm.
What's another one that I can think of? You caught me off guard. I'm not claiming to be the perfect person, or I'm not claiming to have the perfect marriage. Of course, we both have downfalls. But you caught me off guard.
So we'll let that one go for now. Okay.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about some of the charity initiatives that you're a part of, Angie.
So currently I'm not a part of anything, but I have done like some Mother's Day give backs, helping mothers that are struggling, single mothers in particular. I've done a program helping single mothers for a Mother's Day event. I've also been to like some after school programs helping younger women to enhance their beauty, teaching them makeup tips and tricks and stuff like that. But currently, I haven't done anything in a while.
Okay, so could we expect an Angie masterclass here in Guyana? Would that be something that you
Oh
would do?
my God. It's crazy because everyone's always like asking me to do like a class. I personally don't see myself as an educator. Teaching people. I don't mind giving people tips and tricks, but when it comes to teaching, I don't think that's my thing, if that makes any sense.
Okay, okay.
But I mean, things change, people change. I might
Definitely,
change. So we don't know what the future holds. We'll see what happens.
definitely. And is there any plans on coming to Guyana anytime soon?
Um, yes. Hopefully, COVID. Hopefully no
Yeah.
more complete shutdown and stuff like that. But it's actually in the works right now. Yeah.
So let's start talk a little bit more about makeup in specifically in LA, because I think that's like the one of the beauty capitals in the world, especially with everything that's happening there with the movies and stuff like that. Is there a big Guyanese community there?
There is not.
Wow.
Unfortunately, there is not. It's just a very, very small group of Guyanese people. Mostly it's like Trinidadians and Belizeans, I believe, but it's just literally just a handful of Guyanese people.
Okay. Yeah, that must be very, very hard, especially to
Very hard.
gain new clients and stuff like that. So what are some of your strategy when it comes to marketing yourself and your business?
You know what? I'm going to be completely honest with you. I suck at marketing myself. When I tell you I suck, I do. I really, really do. I'm a very shy person. Most of my marketing is basically on Instagram. I use a lot of hashtags and stuff like that. I get noticed through hashtags and through Instagram, or people that actually know me and they'll refer me and stuff like that. But as far as me actually putting myself out there, I suck completely. Like, I am the worst. I'll hand out business cards here and there. It's like yesterday, someone asked me for a business card. I didn't even have one. I'm like,
Wow.
But yeah, I completely suck. I'll be totally honest with you. But word of mouth, Instagram, that's like my biggest thing.
And also your skin, it must let you know that your skin is glowing.
Oh,
Your skin
thank
is
you.
glowing. What are some of your skincare routines or some of the products that you use in your skin?
Um, I actually use, you wouldn't believe, but I actually use a lot of natural products. So there's actually a girl in Guyana. Her name is Mariska Gittins. She has a skincare line. It's not just skincare, it's skincare, hair care. Her line is called Kishi's Cottage. That's what it is. And I use her turmeric soaps because so after we went into quarantine and I went back out to work from wearing the masks, I had a horrible, horrible breakout. And I'm a picker. I love to pick. So I was picking my face and then all this hyperpigmentation, all the bumps and whatever. So I started using her turmeric soap. So that's been like a staple in my skincare routine. I've been using niacinamide and benzoyl peroxide to help with, some of the dryness, because if you're using benzoyl peroxide, it dries your skin out. So you have to hydrate. So I've been using niacinamide, and I've also been using a very hydrating moisturizer, which actually comes from Neutrogena. So in regards to skincare, I'm not a skincare expert, but I've had a lot of trial and error with skincare. And I will say you have to keep trying products to see what works for you. I will say, if whether you're oily, dry combination, you need to hydrate a lot. You need to wear sunscreen to protect your skin from the sun. So I think all those factors that I've been putting together, that's what's, bringing my skin back to some kind of normalcy.
And you just mentioned that the products are from Guyana, the young lady.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So how does that work? She posts the stuff up to you.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Yeah, I literally just send her a message on Instagram. Well, she's actually a personal friend of mine, but I'll just send her a message and I'll tell her what I need. I'll PayPal her the money, and then she'll just post it to me.
That's crazy.
And she actually, for people that are living in Guyana, she actually has a location at the Babe Cave in Guyana. I think it's in Duncan Street, I would want to say. So you can get her products from the Babe Cave.
That's crazy. Normally this be the other way around. People is ordering stuff from America to Guyana. Yeah. I know you're in America, in LA, and you're ordering stuff from Guyana. Man, look at life. And I actually saw a few days ago you had up a picture, 2 pictures actually, with your face from November 2020. And then you put up one that you recently took in 2021 January, and you could see the transformation. So Carla Skite is saying, can you send the link to this person business so we can support our in GT? So
most definitely.
I don't know.
You can actually find her on Instagram at Kishi's Cottage. Instagram and Facebook, both of them, at Kishi's Cottage. I'll have to send you the direct name, but I know it's Kishi's Cottage.
What is her name? Mariska Gittins?
Her name is Mariska Gittins, yes.
Okay, or they could probably just look for her on Facebook, Mariska Gittins.
Yeah, Facebook.
Yeah, so that's definitely dope, man. Definitely. And what about your hair? I see you're a big fan of taking care of your hair.
Yeah, you know what? When I first moved here, every time I attempted to go to a salon, I always left the salon crying because there was nobody that can actually get my hair right. I feel like a lot of the salons here, everyone just weaves and braids and stuff like that. And I feel like nobody here pays attention to natural hair care anymore. So I started doing my own hair. So again, I use a lot of Kishi's products for my hair. I try not to put a lot of heat on my hair. I haven't permed my hair in like 3 years, I want to say, because I constantly perm my hair all the time. So yeah, I use Kishi's shampoo. I use her hair serum. Also, I do a lot of deep treatments and masks, DIY masks that you can find on YouTube or even Google. But try to stay away from a lot of heat and keep your scalp moisturized, always take care of the scalp so the hair can grow, and trim your hair a lot. It'll make your hair grow, believe it or not.
Really?
Yes.
I thought it was just left in your hair crazy and don't
No,
touch it,
because
just make your hair grow.
you get split ends, and split ends stops your hair growth. So you need to keep trimming the ends off.
Even when you got locks?
I wouldn't be able to say.
Exactly. Because I just purposely ignore my hair. My hair just grows so fast. I began growing my locks in 2013, I think, and I already cut like about 5 times. I just always cut once it gets to my shoulder, I just cut it. But then, you know, a lot of people are requesting for me not to cut it, so that's the only reason it is this long. So yeah, I just always cut it. So where were you located while you was here in Guyana?
I was just like a on call, like a freelance. I didn't have like an actual location.
Okay.
People would come to me, or I would go to them.
Okay. Because I don't know, for some strange reason I'm thinking I probably saw you at some salon or some place on Light Street. Were you ever doing makeup on Light Street?
Oh no, so no, actually, my best friend, she worked at a salon, and I would be over there a lot. So that's where you saw me.
Between Rob and North Road, I think, or
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was mad long ago. That was ages ago.
That was probably 2014, 2013.
2014. I can remember I had came back, and then because I used to be right on our Rob Street a lot there by Trans-Pacific, and I think I probably my mind is serving me well. So it's definitely you. So let's take it all the way back. What are some of the advice that you would give to your young self, your 14-year-old Angie, when it comes to life and it comes to growth and everything?
Don't rush.
Don't rush.
Take it as it comes. Yeah. I feel like sometimes we get caught up in everything that's going on. We feel like everything needs to happen right in the moment. But, you know, sometimes we need to take things one day at a time. We need to be confident in ourselves, work towards what we want in order to grow, in order to be successful. But yeah, and never lose faith and hope in yourself. I feel like a lot of people, not just makeup artists, just people in generally, they tend to lose faith. They tend to lose hope. A lot of us go through depression, low self-esteem. But you have to have faith in yourself. You have to love yourself. So love yourself more. Do more self-care. You know, take care of yourselves. So that's probably one of the things I would tell my younger self.
Okay, and question: does the makeup industry evolve like every other industry over time?
I would say the beauty industry is the #1 trending thing right now. I feel like it's going to be that for a very, very long time, because more and more women are taking pride in enhancing their beauty, taking makeup a little more serious, you know. So I think it's going to be trending for a very, very long time. But it's like the thing right now. Everyone wants to be a makeup artist. Everyone wants to be, you know, a cosmetologist doing hair, you know. So this is a very good thing.
Okay, so what has changed from the last 5 years to now when it comes to makeup?
Ooh, a lot. Especially for women of color.
Okay.
There's a wider variety of products for women of color, which I'm most happy about, because a lot of times before, you couldn't find your shade. For a woman of color, it was hard to find a color for you. It was either too dark or too light. You had to mix. Now, I mean, there are brands that still haven't gotten to that level yet, but women of color are it's easier for them to find shades for themselves or stuff that matches them. Eyeshadows, foundation, concealers, lipsticks. The makeup industry has evolved so much. It's amazing. It's only up from here. That's all I can say. It's only up from here.
It's only up and it's gonna become more and more competitive. Because
Definitely.
right now it's one of the most competitive professions here in Guyana. Like
Yeah.
everybody in the mother is a makeup artist.
Literally.
And
Literally.
the good thing about that is that it is actually encouraging more and more people to to take pride in how they look. So business is
Exactly.
booming. Business is
Yeah.
booming. The makeup artists are making enough money. I was surprised when one girl told me the price that people pay. She just do one face beat. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm in the wrong industry.
Clearly. You need to go take
Like,
some makeup classes.
like this is the amount of money you're getting just to be on somebody's face for less than an hour, less than 2 hours. I'm like,
But
what?
it's the thing is, it's not just that. Like I mentioned earlier on, it's an art.
It is an
It
art. It
takes it
definitely
takes
is
a
an
lot
art.
of work. Yes, most definitely. And if you're passionate, you are going to make it. It takes a lot of work because you have to know how to sculpt someone's face. You have to know how to mix colors,
Hmm.
and bring that person's vision to life, basically. Because I don't be paying nobody to do my makeup and I come out looking like Casper.
Definitely. So we have Ryan Ford on the line. He said after COVID, Guyanese women needs a workshop, sis. So-
No, they got a lot of Guyanese makeup artists that I feel
and
can do it.
what I really admire about the makeup artists here in Guyana is that they're not just doing makeup. Some of them, and that's why I was asking you earlier about if you have any plans about of going into products, because a lot of them are transitioning into having products and different stuff. Some of them have clothing lines and stuff like that. So it's a wealth of opportunities. You
Yeah.
know, once you're because you remember you already got that clientele, so it's
Hmm.
easy marketing. So tell us, Angie, what is next for you in general, whether personal, whether as a makeup artist, whether as a wife? What's next for Angie in general?
Perfecting my craft. Um, Maybe building a family soon.
Okay,
Yeah.
so you
I'll tell you one thing. Sorry.
go
I
ahead, go ahead.
I am the kind of person that doesn't like to it's a little selfish, but I don't really like sharing my goals. I
Mm,
feel like I get jinxed.
yeah, I
So I'm
understand
not the
that.
person that would come out and lay all my goals on the table so everyone knows.
That's
Um,
good. That's dope. That's a dope strategy. You got to be
but
very careful.
in regards to the Sephora thing that I was talking about, I don't mind putting it out into the universe because I need to manifest it. I
Definitely.
I my other goals I manifested without people being in that bubble and knowing what it is.
So I'm kind of confused. You just said, you want to perfect your craft. Can you perfect something that you're certified at and that you're so
Of
good at?
course.
Really?
Listen, the makeup world it's changing every day. There's not just one trend. It's just gonna keep going and going and going. Like today we'll have a new trend and next week it will be something different. So as an artist, you have to keep up with the times. You have to keep trying, practicing, because of course you'll have different people from different walks of life.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are into like I said, the Instagram makeup. They want the
Hmm.
trending things. If you want to be successful, if you want to have a booming business, basically, you have to keep up with the times and know what's trending. That's like one of the main things. So you have to keep working on your craft and practicing and trying different things out, trying different strategies, trying different products, because not the same products will work for everything. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So
Definitely.
yeah,
And before we go, it's already an hour. Damn, I can't believe that.
I
Yeah,
know.
10 minutes back. So who are some of your friends that you would like to nominate to come and promote what they have going on here on Intoxicated TV? If you were to nominate a few persons.
Definitely Kishies. Kishies
Okay.
would be one of them. I don't know if you've ever heard of Lisa Dash. She is a dope chef in Guyana. When I was home, I used to like constantly buy food from her.
What's her
She is
name?
amazing. Her name is Lisa Dash.
Lisa Dash, okay.
Yeah. Who else? I can't really think of anyone. But those two people, I feel, I'll tell you why. In regards to Kishi's, her products are they're natural. They work. I swear by her products. And I feel like a lot of people should know about it and be exposed to it. You don't have to go buy all these expensive products that probably not even gonna work for you. Try natural stuff. Try to go the natural way. You know what I mean? I'm a foodie, so I would like to see a chef. I've never seen a chef on the show.
Okay.
So I think that's a something different.
Definitely. So for the past hour, I've been asking all the questions. So I'll give you a chance to ask me any question that you would like to ask.
What made you start the show? Because I've never seen any other person like do something like this back home. That is.
Okay, so when I came home in 2014 with my books to promote it, I was doing mad media runs. I was going on different radio stations, different TV stations, and the thing about it is that everybody would just talk about what was happening right then and there. And they would only give you 15 minutes to basically talk about what was happening. You know, there's not much somebody can learn from you with just a 15-minute slot, especially people who are interested in you. So I was like, listen, Jamall, instead of you know, we got these like talk people. Instead of talking, these people become a solution. You know, provide solutions. So I was like, you know, I'm gonna come up with this show whereby it's gonna be pre-recorded. It's gonna be nose bar. People can express themselves or whatever they like, and they're gonna have enough time.
Yeah.
So once people come on Intoxicated TV, the viewers and the fans and the persons who follow them get a different level of appreciation for them. They understand them more because we talk about every single thing. When you go on an interview in Guyana, they only talk about what's happening now. They don't talk about, you know, what basically took you to the spot that you're at now. Your childhood, some of your childhood influences, your parents, your schools and stuff like that. So that's one of the reasons I started this. I wanted to give everybody a fair shot to express and to sell themselves holistically. So
that's dope.
Yeah, and this is my third season.
Well, that's good. But how did you come up with the name?
So I was brainstorming for a couple of days, and all the names that I was thinking about was taken. And then I was like, you know what? We got to make this thing unique. I got to make this thing unique. I got to make it into something that even if people don't like the contents, they will find something to talk about. Because, you know, there's a stigma when it comes to people drinking and stuff. Even though we consume a lot of alcohol here in Guyana, whenever people see people drinking, especially young people, you know, and going on bad, people is talk about it. So I was like, listen, I'm going to incorporate the alcohol aspect of it because alcohol stimulates conversation. The more you drink is the more you talk. So
yes,
that was a dope idea, and the rest is history. You know, I came up with the name Intoxicated, and also to answer your question better, the word intoxicated doesn't only mean that you're intoxicated with alcohol or from alcohol. It could also mean that you're intoxicated with information. You're intoxicated with love. You're intoxicated with aspiration. Just like I'm sure some of the viewers right now, they're intoxicated with information. They got to learn a lot about you tonight. So, and we didn't even take a sip of alcohol.
Right?
But we was able to decode a lot of information that was helpful and that is useful to the viewers your fans and your supporters and stuff like that. So that's where the word intoxicated came from. I know
That's
that's it.
really, really dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Okay.
Anything else
Um,
or that's it?
I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, so did we forget to talk about anything or we covered everything? You have anything else that you wanna plug before we get out of here? Or let the viewers know where they can find you on Instagram, on Facebook, on YouTube, wherever.
So I don't do YouTube anymore. YouTube is just too much work. Like I have a full-time
Oh.
job,
Mm,
editing, and it's just too much work. Everyone's
mm.
always telling me, "You should start a YouTube channel. You should." People don't know the amount of work
And
that you
YouTube.
have to put into all these things
Yeah.
that they want you to do. They think it's just so easy because you cram a 2-hour video into 15 minutes. They don't know the work you have to put into. So you can basically find me on Instagram. That's my favorite place ever. At Angie with 5 E's _ T. That's where I am. So
Yeah, just to touch on what you was actually just saying about YouTube, man. I have a YouTube channel and I just post videos like every other day, right? And people probably look at at my videos and be like, this guy like he got nothing to do. Like, how does he find out all this time to do all this? I'm like, it's hectic, like it's crazy, like it's a
it
lot of
is.
work. And I have a full-time job also, so it's crazy. But it's
Well, you
something that I
see,
love doing, so there's no complaining.
that's the thing. You have to love doing it. You have to have the time. I love to sleep. I have to get at least 8 hours of sleep in, right? After I come from work, I have to relax, just breathe from the day I've had. Dealing with people can take a toll on you mentally and physically. So yeah, I love sleeping. So right now I don't have time to do all
Especially once you're shooting yourself, editing, and doing everything else. It's
exactly.
even crazier.
Exactly.
All right,
Yep.
so I guess that's it. Thanks a lot, Angie. Thanks a lot for being a part of our program tonight. We definitely love and appreciate what you're doing when it comes to, you know, promoting Guyanese culture to the world.
Most
Salute to
definitely.
you. Continue doing what you're doing, and
Thank you.
we're rooting for you. We're definitely rooting for you. And
Thank you.
to everybody that's viewing, whether it's on Facebook or YouTube, remember to like, comment, and share, and also subscribe to my channel. And feel free to nominate some folks that you would like to see on the program. I am Jamall Adams, and my guest is Angie. Thank you, and good night, world.